Hey, it's Mr. Schneider. Today's podcast 6.3 Separation of Powers and Checks and Balances. All right. So, our Constitution, as we talked about, sets up the legislative, executive, and judicial branches. Why do we separate these into branches? So that one branch doesn't have too much power and it protects against abuse. We don't want the government to have too much power. That's never good. Never good at all.
Every man for himself. No police, no laws, no judges. And in the end, the strongest wins. But wait just a minute. What if the state enters the picture? If it's the only one to use violence, then it will ensure peace and security. That, at least, is what the philosopher Thomas Hobbes said in his book Leviathan back in the 17th century. Hobbes' Leviathan symbolized the power of the state. But this Leviathan has often abused its power. Rulers have oppressed their own people and used violence for personal gain. They've controlled administrations and police and imprisoned those who stood in their way. Government in the hands of the powerful, a combination that over the centuries has often led to oppression and death. The solution? Distribute the state's power. Lawmaking, governance, administration, the justice system. Every branch should operate independently and remain separate. That's the way it is in Germany, in the United States, and in most other countries on Earth. But authority isn't just distributed at the highest levels. Regions, cities, and municipalities can also hold part of the power. With regular democratic elections and limited terms of office, it's nearly impossible for any one person to monopolize power. After all, authority has been well distributed. If some still persist in attacking their neighbors, then they are tried by independent judges according to the law. Everyone else is protected from violence.
All right, so the main way that we separate these powers is making sure one branch doesn't have more power than the other is a system called checks and balances. So watch a short video about checks and balances, then we'll talk about what each branch checks over the other branches.
And now, another fact of Congress. Our country was founded on the principle of balance, that no branch of government could dominate another. For example, Congress is responsible for passing laws, but it's up to the president to okay them. The president nominates judges, but Congress must approve them. Judges can declare laws unconstitutional, but Congress can remove judges from the bench. This system of power sharing is called checks and balances, but it doesn't stop there. We balance responsibilities between the federal government and the state governments. We balance influence between big states and little states. We balance rights between the needs of the individual and the needs of everyone. The resulting system might look like a complicated maze of boxes and arrows, but it's really quite simple. And that's another fact of Congress.
One, two, three.
In the United States of America, government is divided into not one, not two, but three branches of power. 1, 2, 3 branches. Who's got the power, but who's got the power? 1, 2, 3 branches. Who's got the power, but who's got the power? 1, 2, 3 branches. Who's got the power, but who's got the power? 1, 2, 3 branches. Who's got the power, but who's got the power?
Who's got the power? Tell me who's in charge of this country that's so vast and large.
Come on, man, it's the president in the White House, making sure the country's rules are carried out.
Nah, it's gotta be Congress on Capitol Hill. Why? They make the laws and they make the bills.
Well, what about seems out of sort.
Then who's got the power? Tell me who's in charge of this country that's so vast and
I
large?
just said the prez tops the other two. Get a sense of what the president can do. He can take any bill that Congress wrote up and veto that bill to say, hold up, and the president gets to be the one who picks the new Supreme Court justices. 1, 2, 3 branches.
Who's got the power, but who's got the power?
1, 2, 3 branches.
Who's got the power, but who's got the power?
1, 2, 3 branches.
Who's got the power, but who's got the power?
You're wrong.
There's no way I'm wrong. No way, no way, no way, man, you're wrong. Congress is the branch that's mighty and strong. Yeah, even if the president's veto blocks a bill, Congress can vote again and pass it still. So what? The court can say a law is worthless. Congress can impeach a judge if he deserves this.
Hey, wait a minute, whoa, don't cut the debate short. Thinking you can just forget the Supreme Court. Judges of the court, yeah, the president's higher, but then they get deserved till they die or retire. And if the branches can't agree on fair play, the Supreme Court always has final say.
So who's got the power? Tell me who's in charge of this country that's so vast and large?
Well, as you see, the three give each other
They
challenges.
check on each other, checks and balances.
1, 2, 3 branches.
Who's got the power, but who's got the power?
1, 2, 3 branches.
Who's got the power, but who's got the power?
1, 2, 3 branches.
Who's got the power, but who's got the power?
1, 2, 3 branches.
Who's got the power, but who's got the
Come
power?
on now.
What are you talking about? It's the Supreme
That's
Court.
just silly. That's really silly. Are you listening to yourself?
That's a bunch of baloney.
that's
It's the
just
presidency.
silly.
Definitely
No,
the Congress.
commander
Well, what about the
in chief.
Supreme Court?
He's the
They're pretty
commander in
powerful.
chief.
You don't say.
Man, get that out of here.
I think we should rethink that.
You think I should rethink that? You should rethink that.
It's the Congress.
Well, agreed, disagree.
Checks and balances.
Checks and balances.
All right, so how's Congress, which checks do they have? With the president, they can override his vetoes, and they can impeach and convict the president. Impeach means to charge with a crime, and then they can remove him from office. And with judges, they can confirm or refuse to confirm judges, and they can impeach and convict federal judges. The executive branch, the president, he checks Congress when he proposes legislation. He prepares an annual budget. He calls special sessions of Congress, and he vetoes legislation Congress has passed. And then he appoints judges and justices. The judicial branch, their main check is they can declare acts of Congress or executive actions to be unconstitutional. All right, that's podcast 6.2, or 6.3, I'm sorry. Thanks, guys. See you in class.